What's up, guys? My name's Zach. This is Hoops Talk. If you're new, just go ahead and subscribe. Okay, every single day we're going to be previewing and recapping every single game. We got the old-fashioned whiteboard, no fancy editing, plain and simple. Let's talk some hoops. So, game 1, Tuesday, December 22nd. 2 games on the slate to open the season, starting with Brooklyn Nets and the Golden State Warriors. So obviously there's not too much, there's no stats currently. There's no stats to really compare, so we're just going to kind of go through the projected starting lineups, at least what I kind of think they're going to be, and we'll talk a little about each game, and yeah, that'll be it for this one. It'll be a nice quick one. All right, so start with Brooklyn's projected starting lineup. We got Kyrie Irving, Karis LeVert, Joe Harris, Kevin Durant, and Jarrett Allen. That is a quality starting 5, I think. Obviously, anytime you have Durant and Irving, it's going to be a good team. Interested to see what KD comes back as. Is he going to come back as 100% KD right away? Probably not. Probably about 80%. But 80% Kevin Durant is still really damn good. So, if you're a Nets fan, you should be in for a treat. They got a good bench, but that's a damn good starting 5. Very interested to see what they can do this season. They're opening up against Golden State, who, obviously no Klay Thompson this year, which is going to hurt. But starting 5 projected at least, I think, Steph Curry, Kelly Oubre Jr., Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kevin Looney. The center position, not sold on that. So I know we're obviously probably going to see a lot of James Wiseman. I don't think he's going to start, though, especially game 1, going up against Jarrett Allen. But when I look here, honestly, you look Kyrie versus Steph, that's a great point guard matchup. Draymond versus Durant, And the one thing that I'm very interested to see in this game, the matchup between the other guards, LeVert and Oubre Jr. That, I think, is going to be the key to this game. Oubre Jr. can have a nice game. I think Golden State wins. Wiggins is gonna have to do something too, because Steph's gonna need help carrying the offense here. Is Oubre gonna be that guy to step up? Is Wiggins gonna, stay at that 20-point-a-game pace he's kind of been at throughout his career? Hopefully, because this right here in the West, I think it's a playoff team, but I have to see what they're gonna be like this year. Let me know if you guys think that Golden State's a playoff team. We'll see. It's kind of up in the air. I think there might be some pretty damn good teams in the West where if they lose one of these 4, then for any extended period of time, that might mean playoffs in this shortened year. We'll see. Next game, probably the more even game. In my prediction, I'll probably go with the Nets in this one if I'm betting. But that's just me. Next one. We got the Clippers and the Lakers. Obviously, you knew this was going to be a day 1. You knew this was going to be an opening night game. I could have bet all the money in the world that these two would have played on opening night. It makes sense. They're in the same stadium. It's a great matchup. Just let them play. It's obviously home court. Obviously, there is traveling. It's not a bubble, so home court will play somewhat of a factor. But when you're the Lakers or the Clippers, doesn't friggin' matter. All right, so for the Clippers, looks like they're going to be starting Beverly, George, Kawhi, Marcus Morris, and Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka was a great pickup there. I think he's going to really help the team. Obviously, they lost 6th man of the year, Montrezl Harrell, to the Lakers. But Serge Ibaka is a pretty damn good replacement, if you ask me. It's a good starting lineup. Paul George got that big-ass extension. Not 100% sure why the Clippers, gave him that huge extension at this point. I would have liked to see how he, comes out this year, maybe then give him the extension. But, good for Paul George. I'm a big Paul George fan, so, hopefully he turns it around, has a better year. He's, been kind of down the past. Well, last year in OKC was pretty good, but last year wasn't the best. And obviously, Clippers are anytime you have 2 superstars, you should be competing for a championship. So interested to see how they come out in the regular season. And then on the other hand, we have this year's evil empire of the Los Angeles Lakers, starting, I think, LeBron at the point, Wesley Matthews, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Anthony Davis, Marc Gasol. That is a damn good team, and then the bench is even better. There's 72 games this year. They might win 60 games. I wouldn't be surprised if they won 60 games. Probably not, just for the reason I'm sure they'll rest guys throughout the year. But this team should win 55 games, I think. In opening night, I mean, if you've watched the two in the preseason, I know it's preseason, but if that was any indication of what's going to happen, it's probably going to be a pretty one-sided affair with the Lakers taking this. But I don't know. The first night of the year, seems like the past few years, there's always been just a few blowouts, honestly. One team just shows up, one team doesn't. And I have a feeling this game is not going to be that good. I have a feeling one of these teams, whichever one it is, probably going to be the Lakers. It's just going to show up, ball out, and the Clippers won't be able to keep up. So, if I'm betting on this game, give me the Lakers, unfortunately. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the recap. Peace.